All right, everybody, welcome back to the Personal Digital Sovereignty Network. Today we're pushing the envelope a little further. You've seen the analytics and the late video on escaping mainstream tracking. It took off. Let's follow the momentum and go straight to the deep end. An episode on Beyond the Smartphone, testing reality of a completely de-Googled life. And I mean, completely. No Google search, no Gmail, no maps, no Play service, no Google keyboard, no YouTube app, no Google Photos, no Google Calendar, or Google Play, nothing. Just a stripped down stud to the studs and a week of real world living. And I'll tell you right now, some parts were way easier than expected, and some parts punched right in the teeth. Before we get into the chaos, let's talk about why. And most people don't realize how deeply Google is woven into their daily lives. It's not just a search, it's identity, it's authentication, it's location, messaging, it's cloud storage, it's invisible glue holding together half of your modern internet. But glue can also be a trap. When one company becomes the default gateway for all your entire digital existence, you're not a customer, you're not an asset, you're an asset. And assets are mined. So this experiment wasn't about hating Google. This experiment isn't about hating Google. It's about testing the feasibility of sovereignty. Could anyone actually function without the biggest data collection machine on Earth? Spoiler, yes, but not without scars. Start with a clean Android device and rip out everything Google related. No Play services, no Play Store, no Google account, no framework. Then rebuild the phone using f-droid, new pipes for YouTube, Oregon Map, Organic Map for native navigation, K9 Mail for email, DuckDuckGo and Brave search, Signal for messaging, simple mobile tools for calendar, contact gallery, file management, everything open source, privacy inspected, and independent. And right away, the phone feels lighter, like taking off a backplate you didn't realize what you were wearing. But then the reality kicks in. You push notifications without Google Play services. Push notifications become negotiated signal works. Some email apps work, others don't. Anything relying on Firebase, dead. Organic Map is a fantastic, but it doesn't have satellite level precision. Google Maps cheats with using Wi-Fi database and cell towers, triangulation, walking directions, fine. Find a specific store in a mall, good luck. App availability. If you rely on mainstream apps, banking transits, loyalty programs, you're going to hit a wall. Some apps refuse to run without Play services. Some run but complain, and others just run and break silently. Authentication. Sign in with Google is everywhere. Without it, you're suddenly creating passwords like in 2008. Battery life. Removing Google background services gives a 20 or 30% battery boost. The phone runs cooler. Standby time was insane. Without telemetry, analytics, background sync, the phone felt snappier. Mental quietness, this is one surprised everyone, me for sure. Without Google, constant nudging, calendar reminders, location prompts, helpful suggestions, the phone was less like a co-pilot and more like a tool. Zero ads. No Google means ad personalization. The web becomes quieter. YouTube via new pipes becomes peaceful. Identity separation. Every service becomes its own island. No cross-tracking, no unified profile, no behavioral fingerprint. This is digital sovereignty in practice. Let's be honest, going full de-Googled is not for everyone. You lose convenience, you lose integration, you lose the just work factor. But you gain control, you gain privacy, you gain independence. And for some people, especially PDSN audience, that trade can be worth it. Here's the truth. A fully de-Googled life is possible, but it's not frictionless. It's a lifestyle choice, not a casual tweak. If you're someone who values sovereignty, transparency, and control, the friction becomes part of the philosophy. You're choosing effort over surveillance. You're choosing autonomy over convenience. And honestly, after living that way for a week, you might think you're not going back. Not fully anyway, but enough to matter. If you want to test a partially de-Googled setup or compare Graphene OS versus stock Android or break down Google hidden telemetry, hit me up in the comments. If you new here to the channel, it's all about reclaiming your digital life, one piece at a time. Stay sovereign, stay curious, and stay human. Made. Like, follow, and subscribe. We'll see you later.